Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium on this lovely Tuesday night in November, where the third-ranked Tufts Jumbos are here to take on the WPI Engineers. I'm Alec Whipple, and I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Brad Schussel. How you doing tonight, Brad?
Good to be here, Alec. We got a great game. I mean, we got two undefeated teams here, two 4-0 teams, two of the best in Division III basketball. It's going to be a great one.
Definitely going to be a close match game. Tufts and WPI are facing off in a rematch from last year, where WPI beat Tufts and Worcester 85-70. So Jumbos will be looking to avenge that. And we'll take a moment and stand here for the anthem as each sideline pays their respects to the flag. And the national anthem has been played, and we are ready for some basketball. So before we start, let's go over a little bit what Tufts has done recently. They've won their John K. Adams tip-off tournament at Newark, defeating FDU Florham, Southern Virginia. Last week they went 2-0, beating MIT 74-66, and they won their home opener against Emerson 87-72. And as they announced the starting lineups, that is how Tufts Jumbos have reached the number 3 ranking in the nation and gotten to 4-0. So what are you looking for them to do tonight here to beat WPI, Brad?
Well, Tufts, I mean, they've been doing a lot of scoring, 83 points per game through their first 4 games. Big reason for that, getting to the line. They've scored, I think, 18 points from the line per game. That's in big part due to great free throw shooting and great job getting to the stripe from Tariq Smith, Ethan Feldman, Vinny Pace. I mean, all of these guys are shooting around 70, 80, 90% from the line. If they can do that, if they can continue to score almost a quarter of their points from the free throw line, they're going to have a lot of success. And we'll see the starting lineup here.
Definitely a formula for success. Looking at the WPI side, they are 4-0 as well, winning the Ted Coughlin Memorial Tournament with a win over Salve Regina and DeSalis. Also winning over Worcester State last Tuesday, 91-54, before heading into the Thanksgiving break. What are you looking for from WPI? What stands out to you, Brad?
I mean, they've got a talented team, and they are so efficient from outside, from beyond the arc. 49% from 3. I mean, and shooting. They shoot, I think, less three-pointers than Tufts does. Tufts with a slightly worse percentage, 37% from 3.
And as the starting lineups are announced, Tufts, this is our first game from JumboCast. Tufts has already had their home opener, but this is the first game we're bringing to you from the JumboCast broadcast team for the men's team. And the last time JumboCast did a men's game was last spring. Many of us will remember the Elite 8 game against Amherst. Tufts ended up falling by an over 10-point margin, but definitely a close and exciting game. And I know we were both in attendance. You were the sideline reporter. I was just watching from the stands. But
absolutely.
What an energy in the building that day.
I got to watch that game up close. It was an absolutely incredible game. Tufts was in it the whole way. Disappointing to see them lose, but they had an amazing run. I mean, getting to the Elite 8, being one of the 8 best teams in the country, this close to the Final Four. I mean, they're looking to do even better this year, and I think they can. Third-ranked team in the nation. That's impressive. Tufts has a talented team, of course, led by the big man you see on your screen, 6'9" center Tom Pileski. And this man is incredible. I mean, he can do it all. He reminds me a lot of DeMarcus Cousins. Not that Tufts is anything like Sacramento Kings, who are a terrible NBA team, but
Tufts might be better.
But, I mean, Pileski, you look at him, he's a great scorer down low and a great interior defender on defense, but he also has a nice stroke from 3. He doesn't take them a lot. Takes maybe one or two three-pointers per game, but when he takes them, I mean, it surprises you seeing them go in.
He's definitely the heart and soul of this Jumbos team as he gets set to take the tip. We will have basketball at Cousins momentarily. Pulaski sets up. And it is time for basketball.
You see the starting lineups here. We got Tariq Smith, Everett Dayton, Ben Engvall, Ethan Feldman, and Tom Pulaski down low. Here's Pulaski in the post.
Pulaski goes up with it and is no good. WPI will take it the other way.
Good defense there to bother that shot.
WPI brings the ball up. Is number 10 there, Sean Doncaster has it. He is joined by Jake Winniewski. Can't pronounce that. WPI makes their first points. The rest of the WPI starting lineup is number 13, Ian Converse, and number 32, Aaron Todd, and number 22, Connor Wilgress.
Yeah, Wilgress with a 3 just now. Nice stroke there. Tufts did a decent job getting in his face, but not enough to block from going in.
Pulaski goes up with it, and he is fouled under the hoop. So he will be taking his first shots of the game.
Pulaski, decent stroke from the stripe. Only gets to the line maybe 2.5 times per game, but shooting 80%.
Pulaski will take 2. And I was just reading in the Tufts Daily today, excellent write-up of Pulaski. If you're not familiar with the story, came back from open heart surgery as a sophomore. Scary, life-threatening procedure, but could have impacted his life if it was not successful. It was, and he's returned to be the best player in the Jumbos and one of the best NESCAC players around, and
Absolutely.
an all-around likable guy.
He's a force to be reckoned with.
So WPI will be bringing the ball back up as Pulaski makes a shot. Wilgress takes it at the top of the key, passes it off to Doncaster. Doncaster looks back to Wilgress, under the hoop to Nick Smith. To Aaron Todd.
See Ian Converse getting fouled there. Good job drawing the contact. Converse, of course, the main scorer on WPI Engineers. He's averaging 15.5 per game. Close behind him is Jamani Spencer, who's actually a bench player, sophomore guard, so look out for him tonight.
Converse recently won the Ted Coughlin Tournament MVP for his stellar play in that 2-game series. There goes Todd up with the shot.
Nice fake there from Todd. Good job getting his defender up, and he has an open shot. Knocks it down with one hand.
Tariq Smith takes the ball at the top of the key. There is Engvall. It is no good. And Doncaster will take it the other way.
And Engvall has had a decent stroke from 3 this year, shooting about 50%.
There goes Winniewski, passing it around the key. Todd has it. Into Converse. Converse looking for an opening. Passes it off to Doncaster. Doncaster drives. Back to Winniewski. No good. And Tariq Smith will take it the other way. Tufts runs it down. Tariq Smith drives, goes up with it.
And Tariq, we all know, is dangerous on the fast break. That is a great job getting out in open space, getting an easy layup.
And Tufts definitely runs the ball very well. Their fast break offense is very, very good. There goes Doncaster. Passes around to Aaron Todd. Todd goes up his block.
Great block there by Pulaski.
And it is good.
And he gets in the face of Doncaster.
Sean Doncaster makes the jumper for 2, and WPI is off to an early
here.
7-4 lead, as you can see the replay.
Pulaski gets the block, but a good job recovering by WPI. See Tufts here on the other side.
Everett Dayton to Pulaski. Pulaski passes it off to Engvall. Pulaski from deep and is no good.
Yeah, look for Tufts to take a lot of threes tonight. They've been doing that all season, despite losing some great three-point shooting last year and graduating seniors, Stephen Haladina.
And for all of Pulaski's threats,
Ryan Spatterford.
For all of his threats, having the three-point option is just so valuable to this team. As Aaron Todd goes up with it, he makes 3. And
they left him open. They gave him space. They sagged off. They didn't think anything of it, and he knocks it down. Good shot there from Todd.
Smith sets up the offense. Pulaski with the pick. Smith goes past. Takes it from 3. No good.
Like I said, Tufts shooting it a lot from 3. Not terribly efficient, shooting under 40%.
Doncaster will pass it off.
The arc.
Doncaster will pass it off. Converse drives, goes up with it. No good. The tip in also no good.
Great effort there from Doncaster with the up and under. Or Converse, rather. Excuse me.
And Tufts is going to get the ball back. Pulaski will pass it off to Smith.
We'll see more pick and rolls also from Pileski and Smith. They're a great combo for the Jumbos.
Smith dribbles, and we called for the foul there. WPI called for the foul. Tufts will take it back as Everett Dayton looks to pass it off. Pileski has it, hands it off to Dayton. Dayton dribbles, back to Pileski. Pileski looking, tries to get a position, looking to pass it off. And WPI picks that one off. It's going to be
play.
Tufts turnover.
Sloppy play by the Jumbos. Can't have that happen.
Pileski looked like he's trying to create for himself and ended up losing it. It's just not what you want to see. And that is going to be a foul there.
Good job again drawing contact by Ian Converse.
WPI will be back at the line with Converse shooting too. You can see the replay there. And that was a call on Everett Dayton, as Converse will be shooting too.
Converse already with more free throw attempts than he averages on the season. So be his third.
WPI is getting to the line early, but if you miss them, then it doesn't matter.
I talked about that as key to the game for both teams. Get those free throws.
And you can
convert those into points.
And you can see number 13, Vinny Pace. Vinny Pace tore his ACL in the opening round of the NCAA tournament last year. Is working his way back. Not in the starting lineup yet, but I think that's the plan come conference play, come tournament play.
Pace gets the rebound there. He's a great shooter. They certainly missed him during the tournament.
There comes Smith with the drive. Tariq Smith going up for two.
Tariq Smith, great at getting inside. Great at getting to the line, as we said earlier. But if you don't foul him, he's doing that.
Smith playing some tight defense on Doncaster. There is Doncaster, takes the ball back from Todd at the top of the key, fakes with it, dribbles around. Back to Todd. Todd from deep. And that's going to be good. Aaron Todd with the three-pointer.
2 for 2 in the game. They got to stop leaving him open.
Tariq Smith is going to get something going here for the Jumbos. Dribbles pass, passes it off to Engvall. Smith from deep. And that is good. Tariq Smith, 3 points.
Yeah, Smith, mostly known for his driving, his ball handling. He gets a healthy amount of assists, leads the Jumbos in assists, but he can hit those threes too.
Smith, the leading tough scorer so far. And that's going to be a foul on Sean Doncaster. WPI drawing fouls early, as how they've developed this 4-point lead at the under 15-minute mark of the first half.
Still early, nothing insurmountable yet for the Jumbos, but WPI, of course, has done a good job getting out to this early lead.
Doncaster gets set for his first shot and a miss. And if you get to the line, you have to make them. I mean, free throws, it's the title, but
yeah,
they're
that's
free.
What they call them, right?
If you're going to do the work of getting to the line, then you might as well take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always as easy as it sounds, but
of course,
you got to take advantage of them.
As Doncaster goes up for his second shot.
See Jamani Spencer coming into the game. He is a great scorer, averaging 14.5 per game on 53.5% shooting from the field.
And in WPI's last game, he came off the bench to score 17 points in their win. Vinny Pace loses the ball. That is going to be called a foul.
I believe it was a jump ball.
Or jump ball, I'm sorry.
That's going to be in
WPI's
favor. WPI, excuse me. T3 basketball, teams will alternate possession on the jump ball. They won't actually do a jump unless on the opening tip. So WPI gets this one.
And WPI will take it back down. Jamani Spencer with the ball now in the corner. And there's Wisniewski. And it is good. Jake Wisniewski,
I believe. The
Wisniewski.
freshman.
I'm sorry, I've butchered that name a few times already.
Wisniewski, the freshman, getting that shot to fall.
Yep. Wisniewski was named. He was named the Worcester Area College Basketball Association Rookie of the Week last week. So
I didn't know there was a Worcester Area College Basketball Association, but I suppose there is. And the WPI, obviously one of the best teams in that area, and well-deserved for Wisniewski. As he's averaging 7 points per game on the season.
Doncaster picks up his first foul, and it's going to be Vinny Pace at the line shooting his first 3 free throws.
See Vinny with the knee brace there, as we mentioned, tore his ACL during the NCAA tournament last year. Still recovering, as he's not in the starting lineup, despite being, of course, one of the most talented players on this team.
And that's, I mean, when it happened, everybody on the team, they could have just rolled over right then. Their league score went down, but they really rallied around him and found a way to overcome and win a few more games. And now that he's back, their offense can only be better.
Absolutely. Tufts hosted a lot of tournament games. We got the pleasure of covering them throughout the tournament here at JumboCast. And, I mean, they had an incredible run. We saw them game after game fight and outmatch their opponent. Of course, the Amherst game, they didn't end up winning, but it was a great run. And unfortunate for Vinny Pace out to watch that from the sidelines. I'm sure he's eager to get some playing time today.
I mean, as an athlete, I can say that the worst thing is just not being able to help your teammates. But, now that he's back, and Tufts expected to do better than ever this year. Preseason number 5 have moved up to number 3 now, and this is, and certainly in recent memory, the highest they've ever been projected. And that's only good things for the Jumbos. Men's and women's basketball. We should mention women's basketball as well.
Of course, the women's team is incredible. They got such a talented team, Michaela North and Bautista and all those players. I mean, we got the men's team tonight. They're just as talented.
And as we come out of the first time out, WPI with the 6-point advantage. It's going to be Doncaster with the ball. Over in the corner to Jamani Spencer. That's going to be a foul.
You're reaching a foul on Tariq Smith there. Not sure exactly what the call is.
WPI will get the ball. Drew Madsen with the foul there.
Yes.
And WPI will maintain possession off to Doncaster. There's number 13, Converse, up with it.
Nice
Does not
bounce
make it.
pass there from Doncaster. He's the main ball handler.
Pace at the top. Dribbling.
For WPI, Doncaster gets about 4 assists a game, also about 4 turnovers. So
You can see number 5, KJ Garrett, has entered the game. Smith loses control, and it's going to be back to WPI. Wazunski passes to Jamani Spencer. Passes up to Converse. Converse up with it, and that's going to be good. Nice little floater there from Converse.
Nice little post spin. Good job getting that one to fall, and WPI has an 8-point lead.
Tariq Smith passes it off. There's KJ Garrett. And the call there is going to be a travel. It is going to be back to WPI. Some fouls, some turnovers. There's another turnover right there. Not exactly the cleanest start for Tufts so far.
Absolutely not. I mean, in terms of turnovers, they have about 16 per game, so they got to cut down on that, absolutely.
But early on here, anybody's game still, as Doncaster has it at the top of the key. Dribbles around. Passes off to Jamani Spencer. Spencer looking, driving, up with it, and it's good. Jamani Spencer.
And he took advantage of Vinny Pace there. You could tell on that knee he's not able to turn as well. So tough passing there. Good job by Jamani Spencer.
Tufts runs it back quickly. Pace off to KJ Garrett. Back to Smith. Some quick passing around for the Jumbos. Eric Savage goes up.
Eric Savage. I'm sure I'm not the first one to make this joke, but he is a savage when he gets to the basket. Look at that drive.
Some people have great sports names. I think that's a pretty good sports name.
Eric Savage.
As Jamani Spencer takes it for WPI. James Loring, number 23, you can see he's checked in for the Engineers. Doncaster drives with it. Can't find an opening.
Good defense there by Garrett.
Jamani Spencer now drives, passes it off. And the shot clock ran out, but the shot got up.
Again,
good.
Good defensive possession there for the Jumbos. Bothering shots, not letting people get inside.
Vinny Pace from deep, no good. Madsen tries to get back in, but
good effort there from Drew Madsen.
WPI and Doncaster will take it down. Doncaster Spencer under the hoop to Chris Rogers, who is also in the game now.
So a sweet pass there from Spencer, trying to get it inside.
There is Ian Converse, goes up with it, and draws the foul.
I don't know if I love that foul there from Drew Madsen. If I'm him, I'm letting him take that shot. I mean, he was spinning pretty fast. Didn't look like he really had control of his shot. I'd let him take that one. As dangerous as Converse is, I mean, that's not a place you want to foul.
Ian Converse will be at the line from taking 2 shots. This is the first one. WPI has missed a decent amount. Both sides have actually missed a decent amount of free throws so far. Not what you want to see.
See Tom Pileski checking back in there. Look for him to try to establish position in the post. He hasn't been able to do so far today.
Pileski coming off a almost career-high 26-point outing. His career high was 27, set back a few years ago. That is going to be good from Converse.
Checking in for the engineer,
As
Jake Wisniewski.
Wisniewski checks back in for WPI. Pileski passes off to Everett Dayton, who will take the ball up here for the Jumbos. Dayton dribbles, and he's going to be fouled by Jamani Spencer. Tufts will maintain possession.
See Everett Dayton getting some time here. I mean, he, in the absence of Vinny Pace, both in the tournament last year, the first couple of games this year, I mean, he has stepped up. He's gotten a starting job, and he's been able to take advantage of it.
As he looks to take advantage of an open opportunity here, he cannot, passing it off. He gets the ball back from Savage. In the corner to Pace. Pace drives in, goes up with it, and that's going to be good. Vinny Pace with the layup.
You know, Vinny Pace, they're going to guard him tightly on the perimeter, and if he can take advantage of that and get to the basket, he'll thrive.
As Vinny Pace gets the loose ball, passes it up to KJ Garrett. He's going to pass off to Eric Savage. No good, but he will draw the foul and be at the line.
Smooth pass there from Garrett. Got his man to the bucket, and he draws the foul. Savage will go to the line.
Tufts has been really at their best tonight when they've run it, getting back on a possession, some fast break. They've had some good possessions, as you can see the replay there. Draws the foul. And he'll be taking his first shot. That is going to be good from Eric Savage. So we're just over 10 minutes to play here. Tufts is down by 5. The WPI Engineers lead it by a score of 21-16. Jamani Spencer passes it off to James Loring, a sophomore who will now be in the game for WPI.
See number 0, Jamani Spencer on the court. Keep an eye out for him. He's going to look to get involved in the scoring as this game progresses.
Doncaster has it, fakes, drives it in, goes up with it, and it's going to be no good.
Nice job contesting the shot from Everett Dayton.
There's a
Savage
fast break
is all
offense.
alone.
Eric Savage at the rim.
Don't sit down. And what do we say? He is a savage.
That was a
Great
Savage
dunk
play. And we're going to get a timeout. Tufts is fired up. That was a beautiful, beautiful play.
We got our share of cheesy jokes up here in the booth.
That's how we pass the time.
See another replay here. The Jumbos have done a great job today in fast break. Not a lot of opportunities, but when they do, I mean, they're scoring.
Beautiful outlet pass, covering the length of the court, right to Savage. Easy, easy opportunity to put it up for at the rim.
A nice little run here for the Jumbos as they've got the lead cut down to 3. The WPI, of course, has dominated most of this half, getting out and scoring early.
When the Jumbos find themselves in a rhythm, they can really get on a run. And when you have a fast break offense, it's definitely easy to get in the run. Once you're building up momentum, you start getting quick points, you start running it, making passes like that. It's a little flustering for the other team, just like that after, it's your possession and it ends in 2 seconds when you make a point,
Astute analysis, if I do say so myself. I've always heard that the fastest way to move the ball around the court is to pass.
Of course.
I mean, that's why you don't hold the ball too much. Even if you're the best scorer, I mean, you got to move it around. That'll create scoring opportunities for everyone.
Tufts breaks from their timeout a little before WPI. They're ready to go.
You see the Tufts cheerleaders on the sideline here making a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, they had not been a club for a little bit, but they are here in full force tonight. We're happy to report. Tufts cheerleading is now back in the business. And we are back in the game as Chris Rogers passes it off to Jamani Spencer as we resume play. Spencer guarded by Everett Dayton at the top of the key. Doncaster passes it off to Wisniewski. And that's going to be a travel. A WPI turnover is going to lead to a Tufts possession.
Yeah, when you're working down there in the post, sometimes you forget to dribble. I mean, you're so focused on getting position, putting the moves on your opponent. I mean, you can't travel like that. Big mistake.
No, of course. Everett Dayton has the ball, passes it to Pace around the key, top of the key.
You'll see
KJ Garrett
there.
To Pace in the corner is no good. Pileski can't get a hold of that
If I'm
one.
the Jumbos, I want to start feeding Pileski down low. I mean, he's been able to get position Not able to score so far in the post, but
Yeah, surprisingly, hasn't been much of a presence in the first quarter of the game. But knowing Tom Pileski, I can guarantee a few runs and it'll change. And it's going to be WPI's ball. Doncaster is going to look to pass it in. Passing it to Wazewski. Wazewski drives in, falls down, and he loses possession. That's going to be another WPI turnover. Everett Dayton looks to run it up. Tries to get in, passes it off to Pace. Pace looking for someone, back to Dayton. Dayton up with it. No good.
bit of an ill-advised shot there from Dayton. Had a man in his face. It was off balance. I would like to pass it off in situations like that.
There's Jemani Spencer trying to go in, and he loses it. It's going to be another WPI turnover. Tufts looking to run it
back. Nice
back.
little stealer from KJ Garrett, swatting the ball out of the passing lane.
There's Pileski with it at the top of the key. Passes off to Savage. Savage dribbling around. Spins, goes up with it. Oh, just misses.
Good job getting the rebound there. And
Pileski at the top passes it off. There's Everett Dayton. And it's going to be no good.
Everett Dayton hasn't been able to find a shot here. Might want to look to defer. I mean, Pileski had an open three, looked to pass it off. Great team move, but Dayton couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, you definitely want your best player taking a few more shots than he has so far. And it is going to be Jemani Spencer at the top of the key. Passes off to Doncaster. Doncaster drives in. It's going to be good.
Good job fighting through contact there. Gets the shot up.
Some good footwork by him. It's going to be Vinny Pace bringing it back for the Jumbos to KJ Garrett in the corner. Garrett to Pileski, but he cannot maintain control, but WPI can't either. And it's going to be a Tufts Jumbos ball there.
Saw KJ Garrett say to Pileski, my bad. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a sloppy pass. Got to be a little more careful with those.
Yeah.
Pileski will go back to the bench, as well as Vinny Pace and Eric Savage.
We're going to have a few new players in for the Jumbos as they look to convert on this possession. Tariq Smith is going to pass it off to Engvall. Engvall passes it to Feldman. That's Ethan Feldman. Tariq Smith at the top.
See the freshman center Patrick Racy also getting some minutes for the Jumbos.
Feldman tries to drive, passes off to Engvall. Engvall, WPI playing some good defense, but there's the open shot and is no good.
WPI was playing the Jumbos tight on that possession. I think Feldman saw an opening for a second, rushed a shot, and didn't gain his balance in time.
That is going to be Lou Doherty at the top of the key. Passes it off to Wazewski. Sorry, Connor Wilgress. Ian Converse drives, and he's going to be fouled on that one. That will be WPI ball as they line up to take some shots. I'm sorry, no shots being taken, but WPI will maintain possession. As Dave Zielinski passes it in.
Patrick Racy, the freshman center for Tufts, making his way into the rotation, only about 5 minutes per game so far.
That's going to be Tufts with the ball as a turnover there. I'm sorry, foul, still a turnover. Tariq Smith is going to bring it back for the Jumbos. Dribbles it up, passes it off to Engvall. Engvall to KJ Garrett, passes it back. Engvall drives in. That's going to be a foul. Ben Engvall creating his shot, didn't go in, didn't get a good shot, but he is going to be at the line as Tufts will be taking shots there. So far, it has been a tough game on the field for the Jumbos in terms of field goal percentage. They have not made many so far, but they've kept it close as Engvall misses the shot right there.
Ben Engvall, I believe, one of the worst shooters from the free throw line for the Jumbos, about under 40% from the free throw stripe this season.
He makes the second one. Tufts pulls to within 4 of the WPI Engineers.
Has done a decent job of keeping this close, despite so many misses from their side.
There is Lou Doherty. He's going to be passing it in to Sean Doncaster. Doncaster dribbles down. KJ Garrett playing some full court defense on him. playing him pretty tight. Doncaster passes it off to Wilgress. Wilgress to Aaron Todd. Goes up, and that is going to be good.
Patrick Racy, showing his a little bit of a lack of experience there. I mean, he's got to body him up a little more inside.
There's Engvall. Engvall to Tariq Smith. Tariq Smith at the top of the key, trying to drive in. That's going to be a foul. And it's going to be Tufts ball. Tariq Smith doing a good job drawing contact there. And it is going to be Vinny Pace coming back in for KJ Garrett. Again, trying to increase his minutes, coming off the ACL issue. And here is Tariq Smith taking shots. Tom Pileski checking back in there as Patrick Racy heads to the bench, and limited playing time, as you said, but you know, any opportunity as a young player you'll take. Tariq Smith goes up with it. That's going to be no good on the 1-and-1. And
Doncaster taking it up has done a good job playmaking for his team today. We'll see what he does here.
Doncaster off to Wilgress. Wilgress dribbling around. It's going to be back to Zelensky. Back to Doncaster. Under the hoop. Aaron Todd looking for someone. That's going to be Doncaster. Makes the shot and the foul. Sean Doncaster doing a pretty good job so far in this game.
And Feldman let him get right to the bucket. That's poor defense there. You saw that Todd was being bodied by Pileski down low. I mean, that's the reason they brought him in for Patrick Racy. Pileski, obviously the best interior defender for the Jumbos. But they saw that mismatch, and they passed it out. Good job by the engineers of adjusting to the substitutions by the Jumbos.
Sean Doncaster will be at the line here, shooting 2. The senior guard from Medford, Massachusetts, so a little bit of a homecoming for him here.
One free throw there.
Looking to play well. I'm sure he has family here taking in this game. Tariq Smith passes it off to Feldman, back to Smith. Smith passes off to Engvall. Engvall driving, and it's going to be a turnover. Very good defense so far.
Pileski again establishing position, but can't get the pass to come his way.
And Doncaster goes up. That is going to be no good. Tufts will bring it back the other way.
Good, tough defense again there from Tom Pileski. As someone who's seen Tom Pileski play, seen what he can do, I want to see him get more involved here, especially on offense.
He can be such a presence when he's involved in offense, so I definitely agree with that. I think that'll be a big key as we continue forward in this game. Pileski with the pass swatted away from him. That's going to be Tufts ball.
You see Aaron Todd there getting a hand on the ball again. He's done a great job of that on defense, and it's been a big factor in this game, especially with his three-point stroke.
Tariq Smith will be passing the ball in for the Jumbos. Passes it to Feldman. That's going to be Engvall at the top. Back to Smith. Smith fakes, goes up with it, and just rims out there. That's
off-balance three there from Tariq Smith. Not the safest shot, but he'll take it anyway.
WPI will be bringing it back. Doncaster with the ball. Off to Zelensky. There is Doherty at the top. Doncaster passes under to Todd. Todd tries to fight against Pileski. Back at the top, Doncaster. Tries to test pace, see what he can do. Then he drives up with it, and he's going to draw the foul there.
Tufts cannot be fouling this much here late in the first half. I mean, they got that lead down to, I think, 3 it was before. They're letting it slip away. Letting them draw those fouls, I mean, that's not going to help you.
Doncaster will be at the line again. He's been a big part of the WPI offense so far. He's going to be shooting for 2. Shooting 2. Goes up with the first one, and that's going to be good. WPI looking to stretch their advantage to 10, and they've really come into Cousins Gym so far, taking the number 3 team in the country on, and they've made a statement. Some solid play, especially from Doncaster, but
Absolutely.
From the team as a whole.
This free throw could push their lead to double digits, and it does.
That's a 29-19 advantage as we are almost under 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
Very impressive run here from WPI. They've been the better team this first half. Let's see if Tufts can retaliate.
Pileski tries to create post moves, but he cannot. That's going to be back to Engvall. Under to Pileski, and he loses it again.
We've
some
seen
scramble for
very
possession.
sloppy passing from the Jumbos here. Got to do better than that.
WPI and Doncaster will take possession. Doherty passes, but Pace picks it off. It's still going to be WPI, but Pace able to disrupt the pass right there. So you can see the Tufts cheerleaders trying to get their crowd going here. Sean Doncaster at the top of the key passes it off to Wilgris. Wilgris back to Aaron Todd. Todd to Doncaster. Doncaster looking for something. Driving in. Passes it off. There's a deep three. Just trying to get it off before the shot clock runs out. He does, but it's no good, and Tufts will be running it the other way.
Good job on the boards there by Pileski. Heads up play.
Pace calling. Pileski sets the pick. Pace from deep. And it's going to be good. Vinny Pace.
And credit an unofficial assist there to Tom Pileski. You'll see the replay here. Look at that screen. Boom. He's like a brick wall when he gets there.
And even though Pileski hasn't scored that much so far, he's contributed in other ways, and that's the sign of a very good basketball player, someone who can make his presence felt even when he's not putting up buckets.
Absolutely.
Aaron Todd is going to have the ball against Pileski. Long pass to Zielinski, who's going to take another three. That one will also be no good. Tufts running it the other way. Tariq Smith to Vinny Pace. Shoots again from deep. No good this time. Pileski fighting. Doncaster on the ground. Some jeers from the Tufts bench. They thought some contact might have been drawn, but Doncaster will be driving here, and that's going to be a foul.
I was calling a lot of fouls here. I wasn't sure about that one, but
Doncaster will be at the line again. And whether you like the call or not, he's done a good job getting himself in situations where he's in a position to benefit from those calls. It will be Doncaster back at the line.
WPI as a team, but Doncaster specifically, he's done a great job getting to the line. I mean, it's one of the easiest ways to score. Drawing contact, get those free throws.
Doncaster up. That's going to be good. Sean Doncaster with another point.
See Jamani Spencer checking back into the game, I believe still without a bucket, despite this big lead here from WPI.
Tufts and WPI will be ready to box out here and try to get the ball back. No need as Doncaster makes his second shot. And we'll be going back Tufts' way. Aaron Todd comes out of the game here. And Tufts will be bringing it back. Tariq Smith receives the pass from Pileski. Smith at the top, guarded by Spencer.
Look for Tariq Smith to create for his teammates here.
Smith dribbles around, off to Garrett, KJ Garrett. Garrett up with it to Pileski under the hoop, and there's no good.
What a great pass, but awesome defense by WPI. Bothering that shot, getting a body on top of Pileski. That is exactly what you need to do. And they've shut him down thus far today.
That is going to be Wazowski in the corner. Dribbles around. Back off to James Loring. That's going to be a foul. Some looks of incredulity from the Tufts side.
We don't have live stats up here, but I wonder how many fouls Doncaster has drawn today. I mean, it's incredible. It seems like he's going to the line every other play.
And yes, he will be back at the line. Some excellent play from him so far. Really just been creating for the WPI team. When you get someone to the line this much, nothing bad can come from it, you know.
Absolutely not. I agree with you.
As Doncaster goes up, and it will definitely be on the Tufts team to figure out how to stop this guy in the second half when they meet in the halftime, in the locker room for halftime. But we still got 2 minutes here in Cousins in the first half as Tariq Smith passes off to Vinny Pace. Under the hoop to Pileski. That is going to be a foul. And
I believe both teams in the bonus now, so Pileski will go to the line here.
Pileski at the line for it the second time today. He'll be looking to get this Tufts team headed in the right direction going into the half. We're under the 2-minute mark here. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Tom Pileski. As he sets, goes up with it. It's going to be good. Tufts cuts the lead back to 10. 33-23, WPI Engineers.
Now checking in for the Jumbos, number 20,
and
Stephane
Duvivier gets his first playing time as KJ Garrett's going to be heading out. Pulaski up with his second shot. That will be good as well.
So we've got some stats here for the game. 10 fouls on the Jumbo side, also 8 for WPI. So maybe we're not giving the Jumbos enough credit for drawing those fouls as well. But
no, I think because it was all Doncaster, it seems like it was more from WPI, but really been a foul-heavy game so far. WPI will bring it back the other way.
Nice block there for Pulaski.
Doncaster, Pulaski with the block. You can see a replay there. Nice pass to Doncaster, but Pulaski just overpowering, coming up from behind. It will be WPI ball still. Doncaster off to Jamani Spencer. Jamani Spencer up with it. No good. Pulaski can't get a hand on it, or can't get control of it. It's going to be back to WPI. Jamani Spencer from deep. No good. Pulaski again cannot control the rebound. WPI will get the ball back. The third chance shots, not what you want to see here. But there's a WPI turnover, and Vinny Pace will be taking the ball the other way.
Tufts struggling with their rebounds there. They're getting out-rebounded, I believe, 8-20.
There's a deep shot, and that's going to be good from Eric Savage.
Eric Savage, nice shot there.
You can see a deep three there.
He's got limitless range, Alec. That is a nice shot.
He can dunk, he can shoot from deep. This guy can do it all.
Great job by the freshman.
Jamani Spencer goes up with it, no good. But
again, Tufts having trouble with the rebounds. They got to do better there on the boards.
Again, Tufts can't control, and WPI gets it back and the foul. 2 possessions in a row for WPI where they got the rebound, and then they got the rebound again. Those third chance points just damaging for a team. If even, if not just the points, just the mentality that you feel like you can't get control of the ball.
Again, Tufts getting severely out-rebounded in this game. 8 rebounds total for them, 22 for WPI. I mean, whoever wins the rebounding battle usually wins the game, and that's absolutely the case so far. As WPI with the lead in both in scoring and in rebound.
Doncaster back at the line makes his first shot. We are under the minute mark here in the first half, and WPI has a 7-point lead. Doncaster looking to make it 8. He cannot convert that last one. Duvivier is going to bring it up here. Duvivier passes off to Savage. Another deep three, and he can't make that one. Eric Savage with the miss there. As Connor Wilgress passes to Doncaster.
Sean Duvivier in the game, yet to get a shot off, though.
Sean Doncaster dribbling around the top. WPI probably looking to run the clock down here in the final seconds of the first half. Zwazuski, he's going to drive. No good, but the rebound from Aaron Tott, and again, the rebounds hurting the Jumbos.
Yeah, a lot of offensive rebounds on the other side for WPI.
Tariq Smith goes up with the one-handed attempted putback by Pulaski. No good from him, but Smith will be getting to the line.
Wouldn't have counted anyway, but nice effort.
WPI foul on number 2, Luke Doherty. That's his second personal.
That's going to be 2 shots in the closing seconds of the half here for Tariq Smith. We'll be shooting 2. Goes up for his first one. No good there.
Pulaski will go to the bench now. He's got to be disappointed with at least a scoring effort in the first half.
Hasn't gotten the ball an incredible amount, and when he does, he just hasn't been able to convert those post moves that we all know that he's capable of.
And a lot of those passes from him, I mean, they've been going awry. WPI's been getting a hand on the ball. They've been doing a good job denying him the ball, and when he gets the ball, they've been doing a good job of bothering his shots.
Doncaster dribbles, puts up the shot in the closing seconds. No good. And that is the end of the first half. At the end of the half, the visiting WPI Engineers will take an 8-point lead into the locker room against the Jumbos. And in the first half, as we were talking about, rebounds were the story. Tufts was getting severely out-rebounded, some sloppy play.
Yeah, 24-9 was the final rebound count. WPI severely out-rebounding the Jumbos. I mean, they've got to do a better job of that if they want to win this game. I mean, if you're looking for positives, it's a single-digit lead for WPI. I mean, Tufts has done a decent job, getting on their shots, bothering them. But of course, WPI with the lead here going into the second half.
If you're Coach Sheldon in the locker room, what are you saying to your guys right now?
I mean, you got to do a better job of the boards, of course. Turnovers can't happen. Sloppy passing. I mean, that's been another story on the offensive side of the ball. They got to do a better job of that. I mean, I'm sure Coach Sheldon's going to let them hear it in that locker room.
And WPI has to be pleased in their locker room with the effort so far. So we're going to take a break here at the half. That is the WPI Engineers leading the Tufts Jumbos 36-28. We will be back shortly. And we are back here at Cousins Gymnasium. Coming out of the halftime. Hope you all had a nice 15-minute break. The WPI Engineers coming to Medford to take on the Tufts Jumbos, and they have put on a show so far, taking an 8-point lead into the second half.
Yeah, and we got some of the stats now going into the second half. Sean Doncaster, the main ball handler for WPI, but he's been doing a lot of scoring. 17 points so far in the game. Aaron Todd, the big man for WPI, 12 points. And this team is leading right now, and they're feeling good about it.
One of the big stories of the game we're talking about, Tufts being severely out-rebounded so far. So that will have to change if they are to turn around their deficit here. Good start for the Jumbos as Ben Engvall draws the foul. He will be taking 2 shots to open up the second half of the game.
And Engvall, as we mentioned before, struggling from the free throw line this season, shooting under 40% from the line.
Was 1 for 2 in his last attempt. He will be taking the first shots of the half here for the Jumbos. Goes up and makes his first one.
It's a 7-point lead now for WPI. Tufts, I mean, yeah, if they want to increase that lead, like we said, they got to rebound. They got to avoid turnovers. They got to get the passes in, especially to Pileski inside and score some more.
Pileski will be a big part of the second half. Either way, his performance could determine whether the Jumbos come back or if they fall today to WPI. Plenty of basketball left before an outcome's determined, though, as Aaron Todd passes off to Connor Wilgress. Wilgress back to Todd. Todd to Ian Converse. Goes up and blocked.
Nice defense there from Everett Dayton, getting a hand on the ball. Tariq Smith goes back the other way.
Tariq Smith back with the Jumbos. Back to Everett Dayton. Dayton to Engvall. Back to Dayton. There is Feldman from deep. That's going to be good. And a big run right here could be the key to getting the Jumbos back into the game. But how big is it when a team comes out, as you can see the replay, comes out of the half and just puts up some buckets?
Absolutely. It's huge. I mean, look at Ethan Feldman there. He struggled shooting in the first half, took a couple unbalanced shots, quick shots. That was a quick one there, but he gets that one to fall.
And Sean Doncaster, 17 points as we said in the first half. Many, many trips to the line. We'll see if the Jumbos can do a better job containing him in the second half. Wisniewski in the corner passes back to Connor Wilgress, who passes off to Ian Converse, back to Doncaster. There's Wilgress. Up with the shot and blocked by Pileski.
Nice block there by Pileski.
Todd will get it back, but the shot clock violation is going to give the Jumbos the ball.
Great defense there. Tufts realizes that every player on that WPI starting 5 is a threat to score. Pileski with a nice tee there, getting the block, using those long arms.
And
Get that block there.
Pileski is averaging almost 4 blocks a game.
Very impressive numbers
season.
on defense there. Let's see if he can get involved in the offense here. Only 4 points in the first half for the big man.
Everett Dayton to Engvall. Back to Dayton. Drives with it. Passes off right to Aaron Todd.
And I don't know if you want to be passing those off there. He had a lane to the hoop. Probably should have taken the layup. Everett Dayton looking to be unselfish. And bites him.
That is going to be Wilgress back to Sean Doncaster. Misses. WPI picks
Tufts
up another rebound.
allowing another offensive rebound. It is getting out of hand.
Up to Converse.
That category.
That's going to be Pileski's ball.
Good boy
as
there
the
for
Jumbos
Pileski.
run it. Feldman going up. Draws the foul. Cannot get the bucket to go in, though. And it's going to be Ethan Feldman with the ball.
I was hoping you'd say Feldman going up on a Tuesday. But no matter.
I'm sorry.
It is Tuesday here in Cousins Gymnasium.
It is. Just not that quick on my feet there. That's going to be Tariq Smith passing it off.
Turnover there. Good job there by WPI getting in the passing lane.
WPI trying a fast break offense. Aaron Todd to Wisniewski. Another block by Pileski.
Great job there. 4th block of the game, I believe.
He is making
nice
his
job on
presence
defense
felt.
by Tom Pileski.
Pileski at the top of the key, passes off to Smith. Ben Engvall dribbling around.
See the cheerleaders trying to get the Jumbos pumped.
Ethan Feldman going up with it, and it's going to be good.
And he hits that layup there. Nice job getting to the basket from Ethan Feldman.
And Tufts has cut this lead to 1. They have gone on a 7.
See the replay here. Tom Pileski getting his finger on the ball, getting another block, using, again, those long arms, that big frame. Good job there.
A nice run for the Jumbos to open up the second half. They are now only trailing by 1. WPI looking for their first buckets of the half. Under the hoop to Wilgress, and it's going to be good. Nice passing there.
Yeah, good job getting inside by WPI. Tufts has to do better on the inside.
Tariq Smith will bring the ball back. Passes off to Engvall. Smith from deep. No good. Pileski fighting for the rebound. He gets it, goes up, and draws the foul. Excellent sequence there from Tom Pileski.
Great job getting the offensive board, drawing the contact. You can tell he is hungry for that ball.
Tom Pileski will be at the line.
That's his second personal on the team's third.
And those are the rebounds that Tufts has just not been getting today. Those offensive rebounds so key. And when you're trying to sustain a run like Tufts is trying to do, sustaining that momentum by getting your own misses. Pileski makes the first one. Picking up your own misses with the offensive rebounds really is a big pick-me-up.
Absolutely. And WPI has been doing that all game. Tom Pileski says, it's my turn. I want to get that offensive board.
Pileski will be trying to make it 2 for 2 from the line. He cannot convert.
You can see Tufts going hard now on the boards, trying to make up for that deficit that they created for themselves in the first half.
Tufts definitely playing with a better energy here. Sean Doncaster trying to set up his offense. Picked by Converse. Doncaster in the corner to Chris Rogers. Up and the foul.
Foul there. Good job by Ian Converse setting a screen. You'll see there before the replay. And a good job by
Chris
number
Rogers.
5 for WPI there.
Chris Rogers
Contact Chris Rogers.
will be at the line. Rogers, a 6'2" guard junior from Franklin, Massachusetts, misses his first shot. We'll be taking another one. Rogers shoots and misses his second one. Some fighting for the ball there. It's going to be a Tufts Jumbos possession after a little scrap under the hoop. Loose ball got out of bounds, and the referees rule it a Tufts ball. Tariq Smith will take advantage of that and bring the ball back up.
Passes see it on the screen there, but emphatic motion by the referee saying Tufts ball.
That is going to be a travel call on Everett Dayton. So
Tufts has to cut down the turnovers. You were saying it before. I thought it was mostly sloppy passing, but we have seen a few travels. One from KJ Garrett in the first half, a couple more, and then you see Feldman with the travel there.
And traveling is just it's all on you. You know, your footwork is all your control. So something they can definitely improve on.
You can't blame your teammates for that.
No.
Absolutely not.
Chris Rogers passes it off. Sean Doncaster, Todd under. Back to Converse. Converse spins, goes up.
Great job moving the ball there for WPI. And when Converse gets space, he can do fancy moves like this, puts the spin on Ben Engvall, and he has no answer for it.
Tariq Smith dribbles it up past Vinny Pace, waiting to come back in. Smith airballs from deep.
Ill-advised shot there, way too deep. Can't get that one to fall.
WPI running it, Chris Rogers, and that is going to be called.
Tariq Smith can't believe that call. You can see it on his face. He thought he had all ball. A little upset with himself there on the foul.
Rogers will be getting back to the line. Good effort by Tufts, but the refs made the call there, and WPI will be taking free throws again. Rogers gets set to shoot.
WPI still has the lead here, but Tufts has done a good job cutting this deficit. Yeah. You got to think Bob Sheldon was riling them up in the locker room, and you also have to think he's a happy man here. And Tufts trying to stay in this game in the second half.
If nothing else, they've proven that when they need a run of quick points, they can definitely get it. But WPI unranked so far, but playing Tufts very, very well.
Absolutely, giving the number 3 team a run for their money, and they have the lead here early in the second half.
So we are almost under the first 5 minutes. That's going to be a 3 from Feldman, his second 3 of the half.
Feldman, you see that one, nothing but net, deep 3. Knocks that one down. Good job by the guard, sophomore guard.
WPI back to a 2-point lead as Doncaster goes up, makes a jumper of his own.
It's the fader there. Tough defense from Tom Pileski. I mean, it's always tough defense with Tom Pileski. That was a nice shot there, number 10.
Tariq Smith dribbles around, passes off to Pileski. Pileski feeds it back, nice cut, and up and in. Excellent
Great team
cut.
play, good assist there from Tom Pileski. Love to see that 2-man play, Smith and Pileski.
A perfect cut there from Tariq Smith.
Executing that perfectly.
Chris Rogers dribbles from the top of the key, passes it off to Connor Wilgress. Doncaster under the hoop, guarded by Feldman. Todd from deep. And that's going to be good. Aaron Todd.
Aaron Todd is a nice stroke from 3. I believe he's 3 for 3 in the game. Have to check on that, but good shot there.
That's going to be Engvall from deep. Cannot get it to
That
go.
turns out. Unlucky there for Ben Engvall.
Doncaster brings it back. Converse.
Good screen from Converse. Trying to get the mismatch.
Converse up.
And he gets it.
WPI with a little run of their own here, pushing it back to a 7-point game.
Ian Converse, not the biggest player on the court, but he's been setting some nice screens.
Tom Pileski and Tariq Smith at the top. Pass to Feldman, fakes, passes off to Engvall. Engvall goes in with it, passes back to Feldman. That's going to be a WPI ball.
Charging foul there. Engvall with a nice pass, but can't gain his control. His momentum failed him there as he knocks over with the WPI player.
And after a nice start to the half, it's now for Tufts. It's now WPI's turn to show some good plays of their own.
Yeah, 7-point lead here. Tufts is going to cut it down.
Jamani Spencer checks into the game and will be bringing the ball up. Receiving the pass from Ian Converse.
Jamani Spencer only 1 bucket so far, 2 points on the game.
There's Doncaster in the corner. Converse under the hoop, dribbles, and then nice little floater.
Converse has done such a good job in the post today, putting the moves on his opponents. Getting the bucket there, 9-point lead for WPI now.
It's now Vinny Pace with the ball, drives it in, up with it, but he will draw the foul, even though he couldn't get
Good call
it to
there
go.
from the ref, a lot of contact. Vinny Pace will go to the line.
Vinny Pace with 6 points today.
WPI foul, call number 32.
Looking to add to that total. The high scorer for Tufts so far is Tariq Smith, with Eric Savage behind with 9 points. Smith has 10. Pace misses his first shot.
And if the engineer is number 23, James Lord.
And we'll be taking another one. As we said before, a 9-point WPI lead. Pace shoots.
See the sophomore James
Cuts
Loring
to
coming
8.
in for the WPI Engineers. Spencer will take it up.
Loring from Norton, Mass. He is a sophomore, 6'8". Jamani Spencer guarded by Vinny Pace. That's going to be a foul call there. And it is going to be WPI ball under the hoop. Doncaster will take it. That will be on Eric Savage. Doncaster looking for an opening here. Loose ball there, grabbed by Savage. Savage dribbles up to Pace. Pace drives, brings it back.
Nice little behind the back move there from Savage.
And that is picked off. Again, not a clean pass. That's going to be an outlet pass to Chris Rogers.
Rogers showing off there, hitting the backboard as he put that one up.
There's an outlet pass to KJ Garrett. Could not convert, but will be called for the foul. As you can see the replay there, ambitious pass.
I don't know if I saw a foul there.
What was the call there? Was it a foul?
Not exactly sure.
WPI looking.
Take a look at the fast break here.
Doesn't look like you can see Chris Rogers' fast break, which was successful. KJ Garrett will be at the line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with the ref's call there. It doesn't look like there was a lot of contact. I mean, it looked like he fell to the ground there, but maybe on his own.
WPI players looking a little exasperated at the ref. Didn't look like an incredible amount of contact, but KJ Garrett will be at the line anyway, making his first shot and getting an opportunity for one more. Garrett up, misses the second one. That is going to be
Tufts going to retain possession here, it looks like.
and we're going to get a timeout on the floor here. Tufts retains possession after that missed second free throw.
See one of the Engineers coaches shaking his head right now. He must be a little frustrated with the ref despite their lead.
A good WPI run cut up a bit by a few foul calls that they don't necessarily agree with. What do you think as a basketball team when the calls don't go your way? How do you recover from that mentally?
I mean, you got to stay aggressive. You can't let it like defer you from making contact, from getting physical down low. I mean, WPI's been doing a great job getting foul calls all game. I mean, they got to keep that mindset. They can't think, the refs aren't on my side. I gotta score some other way. Gotta stay physical. You always have to stay physical.
And WPI's done a nice job so far. Physical under the hoop, picking off passes, benefiting from some Tufts turnovers, and they enjoy a 9-point lead. It will be Tufts with the ball, though. Everett Dayton under the hoop, looking to pass it off. Looks for an opening. Passes it under to Pace. Pace up with it.
Easy layup there for Vinny Pace. Those are chances you definitely want more of if you're the Tufts Jumbos. Easy layup there.
Wazowski passes off to Doncaster at the top. Who passes off to Spencer? Chris Rogers passes around the key. Doncaster guarded by Garrett. Wazowski tries to create for himself. Goes up, blocked.
Gonna be a jump ball there.
Called a jump ball, and WPI will take possession on that one. Good play there from Tufts. Stopping a shot at the very least. WPI engineers will take the ball, and it will be Doncaster under the hoop.
Good job bothering the shot from the Jumbos there. Got to continue to play good D like that.
Doncaster off to Chris Rogers. Rogers under. That's going to be a foul. And that will be Chris Rogers.
Good job by the ref calling the push there. Not counting the shot, of course, as a non-shooting foul.
Savage picks up another one. And it will be WPI under the hoop again. Wazowski passing off to Jamani Spencer. Spencer dribbles around. Drives in. Drives and misses. It's going to be Drew Manson with the rebound.
Yeah, good defense from Savage there, bothering that shot.
Everett Dayton at the top of the key, dribbling around. Dayton against Doncaster, off to Pace. Pace looking around. Pace drives in, up with it, and one. Excellent play there from Pace.
Great try by Vinny Pace. As soon as he passed Everett Dayton,
so you can see
the replay. I thought he was going to hand that one off. Great job faking, getting inside, trying the contact, and he gets the bucket. Awesome job by Vinny Pace.
Vinny Pace just forcing his way in there. Great play tonight from him.
He'll look to cut this lead to 4 now with the free throw, and he does.
Definitely has to be a little, scary when you don't know how your leg's going to work in competitive play. Pace hasn't played that many games so far, only the 5th game of the season, but he seems to have no reserves about pushing himself. That's going to be Chris Rogers under the hoop.
Rogers doing a nice job getting inside there.
Everett Dayton up to Pace from deep. Is good. Vinny Pace.
He knocks that one down. He has a great three-point stroke, and you see it right there. This crowd is pumped. See Vinny Pace hit shots like that.
Pace, the hot hand, cuts it to a 3-point deficit for the Jumbos.
Nice move there from Jamadi Spencer trying to get the man off of him.
Spencer with the court pass. Doncaster now with the ball, guarded by Garrett.
KJ Garrett with a tight perimeter defense now.
Loses the ball. Vinny Pace struggling to maintain it, but Jamani Spencer outruns him. Pace gets up, tries to bat it away, but nothing doing there. And the shot clock violation.
What a block. Drew Madsen putting in the effort. Saw the shot clock was running out. Heads up play. Gets in on the shooter. Blocks the ball.
Excellent
Good
play.
defensive possession from Tufts.
Tufts will take possession back there. Excellent sequence by them.
Gotta love defense like that.
It's going to be Everett Dayton at the top. We are almost halfway through the second half here. Jumbo still trailing, but have cut it to 3. As that's going to be a foul on WPI. A foul there on James Loring.
WPI foul called on number 23.
And Tufts will take possession back. Tufts, Everett Dayton will be at the line. Shooting.
Now if he can hit these free throws, this would be big. As Tufts will cut the lead once again, back down to 1. He's done a great job of shrinking this deficit.
A nice back and forth half here so far. WPI consistently maintaining their lead, but Tufts has given them a few scares, and now Everett Dayton with the 1-and-1 makes the first one. 2-point game here, 54-52.
1-and-1 free throws. Not something you see in women's ball as they play quarters. But once you go to the bonus, single bonus, I mean, for the men,
Ever
got
Dayton.
one-on-ones.
Dayton misses the second one. Madsen tries to maintain. Good
Great job getting
Excellent.
board. Love the hustle there.
hustle by Dayton. Goes back in, up with it, and it's good. Everett Dayton. What hustle there, folks. You have to appreciate when the player goes to get his own miss from going out of bounds and then goes back up with the shot and makes it.
Because they'll call a timeout here. Tufts with the momentum.
You're going to see the replay.
Everett throws it back in. Great job by Dayton. He drives. 2 men on him. Puts it up. I wonder if he called bank. He banks it in.
And you definitely, as a team, you have to love when your player is playing, to save the ball and then has the state of mind to get back in position to make another shot.
I don't care who your team is. You got to love the energy from both sides here. Tie game. This is close. This is tight going into the latter half of the second half here. Love it. I love it.
We have a nail biter at Cousins, and Thanksgiving's over. We're heading into December. This is basketball season has started, and this is the first real close game for the Jumbo so far. Only 5 games in, but none of them have been particularly close.
Absolutely. 10-point win in their first game. Looks like a 11-point win in their second game. 8 points, and then big 15-point win against Emerson.
And games like this, you might not think out-of-conference games are incredibly important, but the mentality that you develop here playing in close games, the confidence that you build only helps you in the spring.
Absolutely. Tufts has done a great job in this second half. I mean, if you're a Tufts fan, you got to be happy with the way they're playing.
And
the purpose they're playing with, I think that's the most important thing.
For
you can see that they want it.
For Tufts fans, we got some WPI fans, some Tufts fans. Tuesday night here in Medford, classes still going on, but some fans have come out to support their team, and some fans from Worcester have come up to support their team. So
yeah, classes are still starting. So after Thanksgiving, so it's tough. I mean, I'm sure some people are still flying in, but great to see some fans out here. You can't see the fans below our booth here, but got a decent showing for the Tufts side.
And Chris Rogers will take it down for WPI, guarded by Engvall. Rogers dribbles around.
See the aggressive defense there from Garrett.
There's Wilgress trying to create. Chris Rogers again, back to Wilgress.
If you're WPI, you got to go back to Sean Dorcaster here. That's a smart move.
Miss from Wilgress. Tufts will bring it down. Dayton maintains control. He will set up the offense here. As we head under the 10-minute mark, we're in the final 10 minutes of play here, and we have a tie game. As Dayton goes up, no good there.
Put the cross on his opponent, couldn't get that one to fall there. Nice shot getting open.
Sean Doncaster drives in, goes up, and no good. Scramble for the ball there. And
nice rebounding there. That was Connor Wilgers. Good job.
Chris Rogers finds an open lane. Poor defense there by Tufts. They just let him get right in.
Did a nice job guarding Doncaster, but as soon as the ball was in someone else's hands, they sagged off.
Those
second chance, do a better job than that.
Second chance points can prove to be very big in the final margin of victory or defeat. KJ Garrett from deep cannot make it. Savage fights for it. Cannot maintain control. That's going to be out of bounds.
Good effort there from Eric Savage, yeah. You saw KJ Garrett there missing the shot. I mean, he hasn't really been able to find his stroke. Done a nice job passing, some nice perimeter defense from him, but shooting just isn't there.
Pileski is checked back in for Drew Madsen. You have to imagine he'll be playing the majority of the minutes from here on out.
Absolutely.
In crunch time.
If I'm Bob Sheldon, that's what I'm doing. I want to see my star big man in the thick of it.
Aaron Todd passes off to Doncaster. Wilgris guarded by
Tight
Savage.
Defense there from Savage. Smart pass out there to Doncaster.
Doncaster steps, drives in, goes up with it, draws the foul, but no. I'm sorry, that was called for a travel. So Doncaster drives to the lane, goes up with it, and the points will not count as he picks up a travel. WPI turnover there.
Looked like a nice little up and under, but no, the ref saw his feet move. That was definitely a travel.
Dayton will have the ball here. Savage to Pileski. Pileski goes up, and it's good from Tom Pileski.
Pileski banging down there in the post. That's the Tom Pileski we know and love. Great play there.
Pileski comes back into the game, has an immediate impact, and I'm sure the Jumbos would like to see more of that in the final 8 minutes of the game here. There is Aaron Todd, passes it off. Wilgris to Rogers. Rogers drives, Goes up, and it's going to be good.
How did he get that one to fall? Through the tough contact. Nice shot there by Rogers.
And that's going to be a WPI ball. Tufts turnover there.
Bad mistake there by Engvall. It looked like he stepped out as he inbounded the ball. You cannot have your foot on the court while you're inbounding. That is a rookie mistake there from Engvall.
WPI will maintain possession after that Tufts turnover. Rogers again with it. Looks to drive again.
Good ball movement here from WPI.
Todd to Zielinski. Zielinski at the top of the key. Doncaster guarded by Garrett. Doncaster shoots, and it's good. Sean Doncaster.
Of course, it's Sean Doncaster. I mean, he needs to be a big part of their offense here. If they want to widen this lead even further, they're up by 4 now on the Jumbos.
Everett Dayton to Pileski. Pileski at the top. Back to Dayton. Dayton under, and they're calling that a foul, and that's going to go the other way.
Offensive foul. I don't know how I'd feel about that one.
Tufts is
not sure if the defender's feet were set, but the ref seems to disagree with me. So it'll be a WPI ball.
Eric Savage does not look too happy about that call. He will be headed to the bench. Vinny Pace back in here. And Tufts will be looking to prevent this lead from getting any further. The further, the wider, the WPI margin gets here, the harder it's going to be for them to make it up. That's going to be a foul called. Chris Rogers making the shot there.
In this half, number 5 for WPI, Chris Rogers, has done a nice job getting inside. He draws the contact there, he'll go to the line.
And as Doncaster hasn't gone under for the fouls as much, but Chris Rogers has certainly taken up that mantle. He will be at the line shooting, looking to make this a 6-point game for WPI. First shot is a miss.
There's a lot of Rogers free throws tonight have gone off the back of the rim there. He's got to look to shorten up that stroke.
Converse checks out here. Zuski will be coming back in.
See if he can sink this one. That one
no good
as well.
That's going to be Tufts possession here, as Chris Rogers misses both his free throws.
And he did a good job getting to the line, but in a close game like this, got to make your free throws.
And the WPI foul was called on Aaron Todd. So Tufts will be back at the line. It will be KJ Garrett shooting these. A 1-and-1 for Garrett. Garrett goes up, shoots. No good there. Pileski fighting for the rebound. That will be WPI's ball, as Pileski cannot maintain control. As you can see the replay there. Pileski bats it away.
That's Garrett's first free throw on the season. Couldn't get that one to fall.
It's wiping the court down there. And it will be WPI ball. Converse ready to check back in for Aaron Todd.
Cheerleaders don't seem to be moving a lot now. I mean, how could you blame them? This is a tense game. This is a tight game.
It certainly is.
Cold crowd's got to be a little nervous, no matter what side you're on.
Based on the rankings, we definitely weren't expecting this one, but WPI's played a very solid game so far. Tufts creating a few unforced errors, and some good defense and good rebounding by WPI has led to a 4-point advantage for them.
Yeah, I certainly didn't expect it to be this close, as you said, but these teams are both 4-0.
That's going to be Ian Converse going up with it. No good. Fight for the ball there. Pileski grabs it.
The defense there by Pileski, and he initially bobbles the rebound, but recovers there. They got to do a better job securing those rebounds, not allowing
Vinny
more
Pace from deep,
ones.
and it's good. Vinny Pace. Vinny Pace has been on fire from deep this game. As you can see, well past the three-point line, swishes it anyway. And Vinny Pace has been a big part of this offense tonight. What have you seen from him?
You know what? It's first of all, I have to say it's so refreshing to see him getting out there, scoring, contributing, especially after that big injury in the tournament last year. I mean, I've seen some great three-point shooting. I've seen some nice driving to the lane, a few trick plays with the fake passes, and he's been getting some layups, drawing contact. I mean, he's been doing it all for the Jumbos. He's a real all-around player. He's a 6'5" guard for the Jumbos, and he's been a scoring machine tonight.
As we take a timeout here.
Look at the stats. Vincent Pace, 18 points, leading the Jumbos now.
As
Big night for him.
Tariq Smith, high score in the first half. Pace has certainly outpaced him here with some key threes.
Outpaced him. Pun intended?
That was not intended.
All
but
right.
The puns have
we
just
like
been,
it anyway.
The puns have been out of control here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're very, very sorry if this your puns are not your thing.
You know, I think you have to be proficient in puns to be a tough student.
I think so.
I think that's a little box you have to check on the application.
Exactly. As we get set to resume play here, it is 60-59 WPI. 6 minutes, 29 seconds left in the game. So I believe we are entering crunch time as both sides looking to
you could say
break
that
away.
Again. Crunch time. This is going to be huge. 1 point game, WPI with the lead.
Chris Rogers dribbles it down, passes it off to Converse. Converse under to Doncaster. Doncaster around.
Garrett doing a great job guarding him tight on the perimeter, not letting him get a lane. Or a shot for that matter.
KJ Garrett playing stellar defense. Wilgress with the air ball there.
Good job on the boards there from Vinny Pace.
Tufts looking to gain a lead for, I don't believe they've had a lead in this game. And if they have, it's come very early on. They've been trailing for the majority of the game. Vinny Pace steps back, steps further back, dribbles around, passes off to Engvall. Engvall up with it. And one. Tufts Jumbos have taken the lead back 61-60 with Ben Engvall drawing the and one at the line.
There is a shot I did not expect to fall, but he gets that one off the backboard. Great job making the shot despite the contact from Ben Engvall there.
As Ben Engvall will be looking to tack on another point for the Jumbos, who now have a 1 point lead.
I am very impressed with the way this Tufts team has come back from this deficit, stormed back, and now is taking the lead here. I did not expect that going into this half.
And certainly there have been moments in this half when WPI has outplayed them, but Tufts has scraped their way back into this with some and ones, some deep threes, and another and one converted right there by Ben
Engvall has been really improving his percentage from the free throw line in this game, as he's, I believe, made 3 for 4 or 3 for 5 maybe.
Chris Rogers passes it off. Pileski guarding Todd. Todd to Doncaster. Wilgress back to Rogers. Converse looking for a man. He finds it in Wilgress. That's going to be good, and WPI ties it up 62-62.
Good shot there from Wilgress. Had a hand in his face. Still gets it to fall. We got a tie game. This is an exciting
Vinny Pace
basketball.
from deep. It is good again. Vinny Pace. The man is on fire from behind the arc today.
Absolutely.
21 points in this game. You can see the replay. Steps back, shoots, and sinks it. Tufts now has a 3-point lead.
Great shot there from Pace. Love to see it.
Here's Doncaster in the corner, guarded by Engvall. Rogers up with it. Cannot answer, and Tufts will maintain possession there.
Tufts again in this half. Another reason for their lead. They're doing a much better job on the boards. I think maybe they heard us.
I'm sure they were tuning in.
Probably not, but they heard our message anyway.
Pileski under the hoop, loses control of the ball. That's going to be WPI possession as Pileski cannot maintain control there.
Tough break there, Pileski tipping it out. Thought it might be Tufts ball, but WPI will take it.
And if you're a Tufts fan, there's no better place you want to see the ball than under the rim with Pileski. Unfortunately for them, he could not convert this time. But Tufts will be playing tight defense here as they look to prevent WPI from scoring. KJ Garrett hits out of bounds.
You've seen Garrett with some aggressive defense on Doncaster, on Converse, on the rest of the WPI team all night. He's a great defender.
Doncaster off to Converse.
Kind of reminds you of Tony Allen with those quick moves on defense, getting after the ball.
Here's Doncaster, spins around Garrett, goes up with it. That's going to be a foul.
A lot of contact.
Doncaster
looks to be in pain.
Getting up slowly. Looks like he might have come down as we see the replay. Come down on his arm or something. Looks like he's getting up all right.
Maybe just a little shaken up after that rough contact. Good job getting inside there from Doncaster. He's been doing that all game. He drew the contact there.
As he walks around slowly.
Got up on his own power, so that's a good sign. See if he has to come out of the game here.
Checking himself for any injuries. Walking around slowly. As Tufts takes his opportunity to set up their last 4-minute game plan here.
See the trainer checking him out there.
As WPI waiting, seeing what's going on. Opportunity here for the teams to regroup. And you hope Doncaster's all right. Got up under his own power, as you said, so he doesn't. He looks to be in pain, but we don't know the extent of the injury, so we'll see how this one unfolds.
And I mean, injuries are never a good thing, but at least if you're WPI, you got to look at this and say, all right, we lost our momentum. This is we got to pause in the action here. Now's our chance to get it back. I mean, we gave up the lead, which we probably didn't think that would happen after that first half. But I mean, it's their time to take the momentum back, I think.
Both teams now taking the opportunity for a timeout here. As we've said before, Tufts losing the battle on the boards in the first half have come back with a vengeance. Excellent play, aggressive in the aggressive category. WPI still playing pretty well, but this game is very close now. Tufts with the advantage, which they did not have for most of the game.
And we've been getting Tufts a lot of credit. I mean, of course, they've been playing absolutely insane to have taken the lead here, but give WPI some credit too. I mean, they've stayed in it this whole game, and they fought really hard in the first half. It's not, I mean, maybe the second half is when it really matters most, but you can't discount their effort. They'd be down by a lot more right now if they weren't playing so well in those first 20 minutes of play.
Who's one player on each side we should be looking for in the last 4 minutes that could make or break the outcome? I
mean, for Tufts, keep going to Vinny Pace. I mean, why wouldn't you? The guy's been playing out of his mind. WPI, look at Ian Converse. I mean, he's the leading scorer on that team. Sean Doncaster has been the main points man so far, but Converse has been doing a good job inside. I mean, they got to go to him, maybe to Doncaster as well if they want to take this lead back.
Doncaster looks like he's ready to go. He's back on his feet, high-fiving his teammates. We'll see if he comes back in, but seems likely at this point.
Either way, got to commend him for his perseverance. Yep. He doesn't want to be sitting on the sidelines. He wants to be in the action.
No, and that's definitely the competitor in him. You know, when even if you're injured, that adrenaline boost gets you going for just 4 more minutes, and then he'll have the night to recover. Either way. WPI taking this last minute to talk over strategy as Tufts heads back to the hoop. And we will resume play here just under 4 minutes. Tufts leading 65-62. And Doncaster heads back out to shoot his free throws, looking to cut the deficit to 1 here for the WPI Engineers. First shot is no good, falls short.
Looks to be a little frustrated with himself there.
Definitely has to be really wanting to come back and provide an impact. I'm sure he's not feeling 100% after that fall. He makes the second one, and it will be a 2-point Tufts lead as Tariq Smith brings it back. So Smith, Vinny Pace, Ben Engvall, KJ Garrett, and Tom Pileski are the 5 for the Jumbos. Pileski loses control, will be a Tufts ball again. And for the Engineers, they're 5 at this moment. Wilgris, Aaron Todd.
Now Pileski's done a good job inside, establishing position, but he's got to do a better job with his handles. Got to keep possession.
Pace guarded by Wilgris. Goes up and under, and it falls. Vinny Pace visibly excited after that one.
And we said he'd be a key for the rest of the game. Nice reverse layup there. Love to see that.
Jamani Spencer will take the ball at the top. Spencer dribbles. Doncaster loses it for a second, but maintains possession.
Vinny Pace now with 21 points on the day.
Off to Todd, under, and blocked.
Great block there. Pace on both ends of the floor. Look at that.
Tariq Smith passes to Pace, shoots again from deep. No good this time. That's going to be a foul call.
There, looks like on WPI.
Up and under from Pace, just falls. Great play by
good effort there
Jumbos.
from Garrett, but the shot falls anyway.
KJ Garrett will be taking shots here.
You see the block there. Good effort from both Poleski and Pace. Pace gets the block. Good defense all around from the Jumbos. See Garrett go to the line here.
Garrett for the first shot. It's going to be good. 68-63. Vinny Pace checks out of this game. Teammates are all over him. Great job he's done on both ends, as you said. KJ Garrett up for his second shot. That is good.
Tufts has been tremendous in extending this lead. They lead by 6 now. Who would have thought?
Jamani Spencer brings it up for WPI, trying to reverse the tide of this game and get back in it. Todd under the hoop, loses possession. Tariq Smith
Great
does not
job by
step
Tariq
out.
Smith. Tight roping down the sidelines. Impressive play there.
Tariq Smith drives up with it, does not fall. Aaron Todd with the rebound.
Good effort there by
Spencer.
Smith, but good defense. Equally as good defense from WPI.
Here's Doncaster. Off to Todd, back to Doncaster.
If you're the Engineers, you got to put together a string of good possessions here. Here's Converse.
Converse loses it on top of KJ Garrett. Smith gets it, loses
and
it
a
again.
nice poke there from Spencer. Look at that. Great defensive play.
Back-to-back turnovers. WPI will take the ball back. Jamani Spencer dribbles around. Spencer back to Todd. Guarded by Poleski. Todd up with it, loses, but WPI will maintain.
Good job by Poleski swatting that one away once again.
So you can see the replay, Converse spinning on top of Garrett, and Smith ready to run with it, but poked away.
Garrett, not too much in the scoring column tonight, but great effort on the defensive end. You love the perimeter defense you see from him. Look out for number 5. He's a new addition to this Jumbos team, and he's been doing fantastic on defense.
And as we get set almost under 2 minutes, Tufts holding a 6-point lead here. And both sides taking a few minutes to talk over their end of game strategy. How big of a win would this be for the Jumbos if they can pull it off after being down by 10 at different points in the second half?
I mean, it would be absolutely insane. What a comeback for Tufts. I mean, they've been playing great basketball. You hear the Mannequin Challenge music here.
As Black Beatles, I'm sure most people are familiar with this.
I didn't know the name of that song, but I know it's the
Black Beatles.
I know it's the challenge music.
Of course. Ray Strummer, the music that's infiltrating the nation.
Come on, someone in the crowd. Strike a pose. Anyone? No one? All right. Let's play some basketball.
I always love how there's a new song every year that just infiltrates. Like, used to be the Harlem Shake.
All right, we're looking for someone. Anyone doing the Mannequin Challenge?
Nope.
No one.
Oh, I think they're doing it.
Oh, they're doing it.
There we go.
Look at that. There you go. You're on YouTube, guys. Great job.
They're
maybe they don't know. I don't know if they are familiar with Tufts JumboCast, but
there we got a replay there. Got a nice pose.
We love your poses, guys. Great job.
Could have held it a bit longer.
Yeah, they played the song during the women's game that I covered last time, but no one actually did the challenge. Love to see that. Love to see the fans having fun. No matter which team you root for.
As we get set to head into the final 2 minutes, it's going to be Wilgris off to Doncaster. Doncaster from deep.
Deep 3. Contested 3. Nice shot there from Doncaster. 3-point game. This one's going to be tight going into the last 2 minutes.
Tariq Smith guarded by Spencer. Ben Engvall and Everett Dayton. Tufts trying to dribble around, get something. Nothing yet. Shot clock winding down. Poleski tries to pick Smith with the drive. Up and in. Tariq Smith. Excellent movement there. You can see the replay.
What a layup. I mean, this guy put the moves on the defender. Small pump fake, and puts it up.
There's Doncaster from deep. Does not go this time.
Nice job on the boards there. You see from Engvall.
Smith in the corner.
He was allowing too many offensive rebounds in the first half. He's really stepped up his game here as Tufts leads by 5 going into the final minute.
And another timeout called as Tufts maintains a 5-point lead. a full timeout here with 1:13 left to play. And if you're a WPI, what's your strategy here? Are you trying to sink some threes or go for some twos and foul? What's your play?
I mean, they did such a great job getting to the line in the first half, driving to the basket. Of course, they hit a few threes. You saw some from Todd, big man in the first half. You saw a few in this half from Doncaster. But, I mean, their success has been when they've been getting inside, exploiting Tufts' defense, who's been playing them tight all game. You see the three there. That obviously, you'll take those and you can get them. Doncaster has a great stroke from outside. But Tufts has been playing them tight. I mean,
so you can
see the replay here from Tufts. Great layup, by the way, from Tariq Smith. I love that play. See the cheerleaders getting excited there.
Tufts gets ready to break. Now we got some Eminem playing. Definitely
love the music. A shout out to the
of
DJ
course.
here at Cousins Gymnasium.
As a member of the rowing team, I think like 90% of these songs are on my workout playlist, so I commend the DJ. Definitely exciting music. The big part of basketball, is the music,
Absolutely. Gets you pumped. I'm sure the Tufts players love hearing this music.
And Tufts will have the ball. It will be KJ Garrett with the inbound pass.
There's something about playing at home. It's not just the music. It's the crowd. It's the energy. Tufts is feeling it right now. And they're riding it to at least hopefully extending their lead for them.
As this possession will take Tufts under the final minute of play. Smith dribbling around Doncaster. Smith back to Dayton. Dayton up with it. And rebound by Garrett. Tip in. Fight for the ball. And it will be a WPI possession. Garrett attempted tip in there, as you can see on the replay. Nobody really had control of it, but Tufts just hoping somebody could poke it in.
Very unlucky there for Garrett and Dayton. Those shots just barely rimmed out. I mean, if you're Tufts, you got to love that possession, though. If you look at the clock, 5-point lead, 50 seconds left. They drew, I think, 26 seconds off the clock there. The refs are going to stop the game there. Not sure exactly why.
Tufts sending in Drew Madsen.
See some substitutions.
Poleski coming out.
They'll reset the clock to 50 here as no wasted time for WPI. You got to be thankful for that. You need every second.
Definitely
down by such a small deficit here.
Definitely a sign of
the second half.
Definitely a sign of an early season game as your best player checking out. 50 seconds left and with a 5-point lead. Tufts obviously feels it's safe enough to remove him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if WPI gets a productive possession here, gets a score, then maybe they'll consider putting Poleski back in. But
and that is a block under the rim.
Great there by Everett Dayton. Tariq Smith will dribble it out, try to run out the clock. As you can see, they're obviously taking their time here.
The crowd smells blood in the water.
Desperate defense here. Me and Converse.
Tufts smells blood in the water. They
Absolutely.
know it's close to being over. Smith with the foul, and if he makes these two shots.
I don't know if you watched Game 7 of the NBA Finals last year, but that reminded me of that block LeBron James had on Andre Iguodala. I mean, off the backboard, it was just, wow, what a great block from Everett Dayton. Love to see that.
LeBron James and Everett Dayton now linked forever in broadcast history.
Absolutely.
Something we'll never forget.
I mean, Everett Dayton's a great player. Maybe he's not LeBron James, but
well, who is?
No one. Absolutely no one. He's the best player in the world, in my opinion. See Tariq Smith with the free throws here.
So we'll spare you the NBA debates as we watch Tariq Smith take his shots. First one is good. Pushes Tufts' advantage to a 6-point lead. With a 6-point lead, looking to make it a 3-possession game with 27 seconds left. Very hard road for WPI to come down, but we'll see.
Hey, Tracy McGrady did it. That's what I always say. A lot of NBA references here.
WPI keeps it as a 2-possession game. There's Wazinski under the hoop, 4-point game.
And if you're Tufts, you're content to let them score that one. Didn't offer a big defensive effort there.
Another timeout with 19.7 seconds left. This one is not over yet. Tufts possession, 4-point lead. We will see how the end of this game unfolds, but you have to like where you are if you're the Jumbos.
Not sure they're putting out on the court here, but if I am Bob Sheldon, I want my best free throw shooters. I want Tariq Smith. I want Vinny Pace. I want Ethan Feldman, who had the highest free throw percentage on the team going into this game, 91.7% from the free throw line. Yeah, I mean, they're going to look to draw fouls, especially with only 19.7 seconds left. less than this shot clock, I mean, you want your best free throw shooters out there.
Certainly.
As we see,
all
3 players that I just mentioned
there we go.
are on the court, as well as Everett Dayton and KJ Garrett. Garrett, of course, one of the best perimeter defenders on the team.
So small lineup for Tufts as they brace for the inevitable foul, looking to make a clean inbound pass here. Tariq Smith.
Call foul there. The WPI wanted out of bounds call, but they won't get it.
Tufts will head back. Smith at the line again with 0.7 seconds ticked off the clock. Smith looking to push the lead back to 6. This is the end of basketball games, you know, when it's close, the stop-and-go nature, fouling, and just trying to keep time on the clock. That's all it is, trying to keep as much time on the clock as you can, and WPI did a good job.
Absolutely. See Tariq Smith going to the line.
Smith with 13 points, cannot add to his total there.
Missed that one. See some substitutions here for the Engineers. Also, Drew Matz and Ben Engvall into the game for the Jumbos.
Smith taking his second shot. That one's good. And it's a 5-point game for 5-point lead for Tufts. WPI runs it back.
Tufts can't give up here on defense. They got to make a stand.
And a steal. Not quite. WPI gets it back. Tariq Smith running for it.
Engineers are playing desperate now.
That's good.
Doncaster knocks down that one.
With 3.8 seconds left, it's now a 2-point game.
Shot. Wow.
And after some loose balls there, lack of ball control, Doncaster gets it and is able to put up a shot, as you could see on the replay.
Again, if you're Tufts, want your best free throws, and then once you draw the foul, which inevitably you have to, I mean, if WPI doesn't foul here, it's the end of the game. I mean, there's only 4 seconds left on the clock.
And now a successful inbound pass is key. If you can't control on the inbound pass, then you're in a lot of trouble if you're Tufts.
I don't know if WPI will end up tying the game, stop forcing overtime, taking away. I don't know what's going to happen here because it's only a 2-point game now. This is tight. But what a clutch shot either way by Sean Doncaster. You got to think the MVP of this game for the Engineers.
And so this half started off with the Jumbos making a run. WPI pushes the lead back. Tufts pulls back ahead, and now it's WPI fighting to stay in the game. And with 3.8 seconds left, they still have a very good chance of doing just that. It'll be Vinny Pace under the hoop, trying to make the pass. Tufts going with
Tufts, you have to be very, very careful here on the inbound.
Pass to Smith, nobody on him, dribbles down, and he's going to be fouled. 1.8 seconds left.
Very smart. And like I said, Tufts has their free throw lineup on the court, and Sheldon will be smart to do the same thing he did on the last possession. Despite giving up that 3, you want to send in your best defense for the final stand against the Engineers. This is nerve-wracking for, I'm sure, both sides. 2-point game here.
And if Tariq Smith makes this a 2-possession game with 2 free throws, then it will be all but over. But as we saw before, you never know. As we wait here for some substitutions. We have Dave Zielinski coming in for James Loring. And Ethan Feldman heads out with Drew Madsen
Like
returning.
I said, smart substitutions for Bob Sheldon, putting Drew Madsen in. So he has some defensive presence down low.
And Tariq Smith will be looking to ice this game right here with
Vinny
free
Pace,
throws.
you see him in the paint there, also in for the Jumbos.
First one is good from Smith. One more puts this game essentially out of reach. I shouldn't say out of reach, but Tufts will be free to just let WPI do what they want with 1.8 seconds left. Smith with the shot, and it's good.
Clutch free throws there from Tariq Smith.
Doncaster looking to pass it in. Zielinski with the long 3. It comes up short, and Tufts picks up a hard-fought victory here.
An improbable victory for the Jumbos. I mean, it was a comeback win. They were fighting. There was some incredible shooting. You saw from Vinny Pace. I mean, in my eyes, Vinny's the player of the game here. He didn't start the game, came off the bench, came in and scored, I think, 20 23 points it was for Vinny Pace,
And
star for the Jumbos. And you see, nice 3 there from Ethan Feldman.
And as
Some great highlights from this game.
And you can, if you're Vinny Pace, as we talked about, only early in the season, coming off his ACL injury, this was really the first
3
game.
there from Pace.
You really have to feel good if you're a Tufts Jumbos fan, knowing that Pace still has that sweet stroke, that ability to cover the floor. The old Vinny Pace came back tonight, I believe.
Absolutely. Got to credit the WPI engineers as well.
Of course.
They fought so hard. They played a great first half. They played a great game. They were in it the whole way, only losing by 4 here. Got to be disappointed to get that first loss. Tufts, they're 5-0. They're staying undefeated. Very impressive win here for the Jumbos.
Tufts beating MIT, Emerson, and WPI in their last 3 games, all 3 teams that they either lost against last year or beat by narrow margins. So good signs early on for the Jumbos.
Absolutely. MIT also called the Engineers, so beating 2 Engineer squads.
Engineers. That's a pretty...
Getting off to this 5-0 run.
Of course.
Tom Pileski, not a big factor in this game. You see the nice layup there from Tariq Smith, but the rest of his team stepped up. Pileski still did a nice job on defense.
And that's a true sign of a team. When your teammates can pick you up when you're not having the best game. With a star player, it's not always going to be, you're not always going to have your A game, but that's a team, that makes a team.
I have to say Tom Pileski on defense was fantastic, despite the lack of offensive production.
Of course. And for the WPI Engineers, players like Sean Doncaster, Chris Rogers, and Aaron Todd all picked up the slack for them.
Absolutely.
Giving Tufts a huge run for their money.
As someone who's never seen WPI play, seeing Aaron Todd knock down those 2 threes, I was surprised. He's a big man. Like Tom Pileski, he's got a nice stroke from 3.
You
a
can
nice
see
dunk there
Eric
from Savage.
Eric Savage with a few plays of his own. Crowd starting to filter out here on this Tuesday night. Excellent turnout for a Tuesday night, in my opinion. As we said, class is still going on, but a lot of dedicated fans and parents coming out to see the Jumbos. So that's going to wrap it up for us here from Cousins Gymnasium. Tufts beating the WPI Engineers by a final score of 75-70. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us on this Tuesday night. I'm Alec Whipple.
I'm Brad Schussel, and thanks to the rest of our crew, and thank you to all of you for tuning in. Good night.
Have a good night.